67th wedding anniversary celebration for Deacon Stanley Polhill and Evangelist Evelyn Polhill. Thank you.
Mr. Floyd is a really good friend. But in my lifetime, my parents have been through a great deal, and they've done a great deal for me and my brother and people and family and friends. I remember at 4 years old going with my father to look for a house, and he got the house on Bainbridge Street, and they've lived there since 1958. My father working in Connecticut in the 60s at Electric Bolt to make sure that he could pay his mortgage and take care of his family. And he's been that man to always be a provider and to take care of his family. My mother, at 13, I was in a terrible car accident with my mother, but my mother's still here. Still here. My mother was a survivor of the first World Trade Center bombing, but she's still here. So I can honestly say that this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. There are people here that have known my mother's forever. Bishop Clemens, who's sitting at the far end, I asked him, when did you know my mother? And he had to really think about it. And then the youngest person here is my granddaughter. She'll be 6 years old. Amen. But my granddaughter, she came early, and my mother and I were there 2 days, a day after she was born, because we just couldn't get there the same day that she was born. But this is a celebration. I wanted it to be in this place because I love my community. I want to work with the people in my community, because if I don't celebrate in my community, I'm not going to have a community. And I invited you here because this is a place where we can all talk and hear each other. The only time I want you to use your cell phone is if you need to meet and greet somebody here that you don't know. We're all here because of my parents. That's why we're here. And we're here because God has given us grace to be here. So if you use your cell phone, you got to take a selfie with somebody and send it to the address, the email address that was on your invitation. I have family here, I have cousins here. I have 2 cousins here that I never met. Wow. Their grandmother died a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and we met them at the funeral 2 weeks ago. My aunt, Elizabeth Walker, was 102 years old. But that family, that part of my family, I didn't know everybody in that family. But it was important that they be here. I have cousins here that live with us. There are people in those photographs that they're here, and we're laughing because they're in those photographs and they probably never seen themselves in their photographs. But don't become a marshal of your seat. We're going to have some refreshments. I have a caterer here, Melanie, who lives in the community, that prepared a delicious meal for us. Appetizers are on the table. But be at home. Be at home with each other and celebrate each other. There are people here, are the sextons here? Those flowers are for you. Happy anniversary. They're 154 years, but this is their anniversary. And then the backs are here. Those are the flowers are for you.
Thank you. I thank God for this couple, and not only to my dear beloved wife. I celebrate today our 44th wedding anniversary. But it's not about us, it's about this couple here. Let's show them some love. All right. It moves my heart for what has happened today because of them. You know, they approached me last week and they invited us to be a part of their celebration. They just didn't do it today, they have done it before. They have Sister Polhill and Deacon Polhill. I love him, and he's special to me. I just can't say it like I want to, but you are special. This couple is special to me. And I met them some 24 years ago when we got here in New York City. And it was their persona about them, this couple. There's a picture on the picture collage that I said to them, I said, I bet you was a handsome couple in your young days. I said, y'all were very spunky. I said, they were very spunky. So they happened to show me a picture, and I was right about what I said. Because they were that type of couple. But they wasn't just that type of couple, they're still that type of couple. And I want to be like them when I pass 67 years. 67 years of marriage, this jewel. So to Deacon Polhill, and Mother, Sister Polhill, I want to congratulate y'all. The Batch family love you and thank you so much. God bless you both. Amen.
Grandson in love. Started saying that several years ago. You can break a law, but you can't break love unless you break up with God. And I want to stay with Him. But I'm just here to celebrate my grandparents, my other grandparents. Have some of my aunts here from my family. Our families have just kind of meshed together. They're in love with my wife's grandmother, Mrs. Polhill. So every time they have something, my aunts just show up or go visit together. But I just thank them for embracing me and my family. Thank them for all of their love and support, for their wonderful example. And I'm grateful that they're a godly couple. That this is God's idea, this thing called marriage. And God really didn't even start out talking about marriage. He just started out with a covenant. He just did it. And that's what I love about our God. He just does things that way. He just puts somebody in front of you and kind of put it in your ear. You know, that would be a good choice, but you get to choose. And they chose each other. So God, in the beginning, He had a conversation. He said, let us make man. Let's make this intelligent creature to rule over the earth in our stead, to look like us and represent us. Then he comes, and when He makes the man, He says everything is good and wonderful. But then He comes and He looks at the man. The man has no partner to fulfill his purpose. So He says, I will make a partner for him. He doesn't say what the name of the partner is, but the man sees it, and the man says, whoa, man. You know, that's a fine woman there. That's a good one. That's a good one there. And we are seeing an example of that lived out. But it takes a lifetime to love somebody. Anybody can fall. You just walk a little bit, you trip, something gets in your way, you fall. But a lifetime of love, you're going to have to choose to walk that out. So we're thankful to the Lord that they've chosen each other, chosen to honor Him for these 67 years, and chosen us to come celebrate it with them. So thank God and thank you all for making that choice again and again, day after day. You're a great example of a godly couple. Love you.
I met Ms. Polhill on one occasion, and she welcomed me into her home. And we had like the longest date. I think we spent almost 4 or 5 hours together. So I just feel very fortunate just to be here.
Tell them why you were there.
I was there because I'm a reseller, and she had a mountain full of clothes, and to give me pretty much. And yes, she allowed me to go through bags and bags of clothes. I was amazed that she could still walk up all these stairs. A lot of flights. Yeah, but I feel very fortunate to have met you. And, you know, my first time meeting your husband, I didn't get a chance to meet him that day. But I hear so much about you all the time. I've heard a lot about the both of you, and feel very fortunate. Yeah, and congratulations on 67 years. That's amazing.
Street, when we lived on Bainbridge Street in the 50s. And Claire is still our neighbor. She has a husband, children, she's a physical therapist, but we run into each other. My father said that he ran into her, but she's still on Bainbridge Street, still holding up that other corner. He just has
Right. Oh, I'm telling you, it is such a blessing to be here. I was born and bred at 370 Bainbridge Street, and after my husband and I got married, we moved to Queens for in 1983, and we were there for years, but I was always back and forth to home. And coming back to Bainbridge Street, I mean, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. And I remember the years growing up with Ms. Polhill, Mr. Polhill, Patty, Stanley. It was a blessing. I remember Ms. Polhill, you were always very stylish. I remember your mink coats. I remember you going down, going to work in the morning in your mink coats, and you're going to the subway, Ralph Avenue subway, and you were always bold. You weren't scared of anybody. And I admired that. I admire that so much. And God protected you and took care of you. It's such a blessing when I came back and they had the Block Association gathering, and I had a chance to reconnect with you and your husband, and we were able to share, and it's just been wonderful. And the daughter, and all the years of nurturing her, and just to see her today, it's just wonderful. I see all the lessons and values that have gone into your daughter, and reconnecting with Stanley, and God bless you all. I thank you so much for having us, myself and my husband. This is Gregory Trent, my husband, and it's so wonderful being here. Thank you for the blessing of being here and sharing with your family today. And a great friend. Yes. Many memories with my mom and dad and my brothers. Yes. God bless you and keep you strong. Continued blessings and strength in the Lord and being together. God bless you. Thank you.
Mr. and Mrs. Polhill, happy 67th anniversary. This family has a very special place in my heart because Patricia is a dear friend of mine. And I have known Mrs. Polhill and Mr. Polhill for many years through Patricia. And I've had the opportunity to serve and assist them in their home. One of the things that I do very well is create order for many people, and that could be from housekeeping to packing up for moving to reorganizing closets. It's just something that I have done, and I love to serve. And many opportunities have opened up for me to assist Mother Polhill. And every time I go to her, I'm always blessed by being in her presence. Men, I always receive a word of confirmation. She's always ministering to my heart. Whatever is in my heart at the time or the season, the Lord always uses her to speak into that. And I'm always so incredibly grateful for the opportunity to serve anyone. Mr. Polhill, he reminds me so much of my grandfather. And men like him just aren't around anymore. They're a dying breed. And he has a quiet strength. And I always talk to Patricia about her parents and how much that she's learned and the history. Oh my goodness. She is just a walking historian and such a brilliant woman. And I know that stems from her parents. And so I'm just grateful to be here to celebrate a couple that has had such longevity. I am a newlywed, and so this is my goal. I don't know if I'll make 67 years, but as long as the Lord allows my husband and I to be together, you are one of the examples that I look up to. And we're so grateful for you. Congratulations. May you continue to live as long as you want, and may your union continually grow stronger. God bless you, and I love you.
Teacher, my mentor.
I love purple, she loves purple. She's a beautiful person. Evelyn Polhill. I just thank God for her because I've been rushing to get to Sunday school. Yesterday, Sister Polhill had to sing in Sunday school because she's a fountain of wisdom and she knows the word. And I thank God for that. And I just thank God for what to Mother Polhill. It was beautiful, beautiful. And she many more born anniversary. Happy 67th anniversary. Bless you. Love you much. Love, 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 love.
Many years ago, at the World Trade Center, walking around, this lady come up to me, talking to me, and then later on, she was going to a Bible study class. And I started going with her, she was telling me about it. But I thank God that she was a tree, she was reading. And dear husband, he was reading me too. He said, "Gee, nobody don't use to buy a new car." Pay my taxes. But he's so nice, she's sweet, as she can be. Since I met at the World Trade Center, God spent her life, that first 9/11. I was there for the second one, God spent my life. God is good to you. God bless you. And there was 67 years. Amen.
Aunt Gloria?
Evelyn, I met Evelyn a long time ago. In Manual Cheney High School.
Which is now John Jay.
Which is now John Jay. And we became friends. We did some crazy things, but we still are friends. And who would have thought this? I mean, I think I introduced you to my brother, didn't I? And look at them now. They're still together. See, we never know, do we? And if my sister-in-law will permit me, I have something I think is just hit them perfectly. And everybody is giving them a card, but I want you to hear this. It says, a marriage is measured by more than just years. It's measured by living, by laughter and tears, by good times, contentment, and dreams that come true, and also by hard times, through love brings you through. A marriage is greater than simply the sum of all you've accomplished and how far you've come. It's people whose lives you have touched, right? You have touched and values you have stood for and lived day by day. A marriage is measured by lessons you've learned, examples you've set, and respect you have earned. It's forged in the balance the two of you find in partnership, friendship, and love all combined.
Polhill celebrate their 67th wedding anniversary. Yes, I guess I have known them longer than anyone else in the room. Yes, except Sister Henriquez. Yeah.
And her sister, Ivy.
Celebrated, yes. Her sister, Dolly. Right. 669 Hercules. All right, so I've known Evelyn for more than 70 years. We were kids together. Her sister, Dolly, and her older sister, Alma. And did I not share with you, may I share with you that that the father at his homegoing, who pastored the St. Stephen's Church of God in Christ, right on Bergen Street. On Bergen Street. He passed, the church dissolved, and thankfully it was because of the Haynes family they left a gift to First Church of $100,000.
Amen.
We're grateful, and we were able to do a great deal of put in air conditioning and do a lot of stuff because of the gift of St. Stephen's Church of God in Christ and the Haynes family. So First Church is indebted to them. You know, it was some years ago, Hal David penned a song that said, what the world needs now is what? Love. Love, sweet love. And that song was first recorded by Jackie DeShannon, and popularized that song. And indeed, one wanted to see a model of what the world needs. Take a look at the Polhill. Amen. That's what we need. I mean, in a world where there is so much division and strife, when we recall Charlottesville, Virginia, when we recall even now all of the dysfunction in our nation, even the planet itself cries out saying, stop abusing me, sending up all this carbon into the atmosphere, making it difficult. So the planet itself is crying out saying, love me, stop abusing me. So one wants to really see what love looks like, really see love made concrete. When you think about 67 years, look at the pole here. And God is love. But we may not see God, but take a look at the pole here. We can see them. And when we see them, we see what love is all about. And so we want to thank you, Stanley. Thank you, Sister Evelyn, Evangelist Evelyn. So good to see our supervisor and her husband here, and all of you to share with them. And I trust that in all of our lives, we too will continue to demonstrate the kind and quality of love that they have demonstrated for these 67 and more years. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Everything's gonna be alright, be alright, be alright, be alright. As he told me to tell you, everything's gonna be alright, be alright, be alright, be alright.
Can y'all do that over? I didn't get it on. I didn't record all of it. The whole thing.